Today, the angels have brought a powerful message to your heart, and it is deeply connected to the person who doesn't leave your thoughts. Have you noticed that this connection you feel goes beyond the ordinary? There is something deeper, something that vibrates within you, an energy that transcends logic and understanding. The angels want you to know that this person feels something for you that maybe they themselves don't fully understand. And that's what we are about to talk about, something you need to hear, but that can change everything. From the very first moment you locked eyes, there was an intense energetic exchange. Perhaps you felt butterflies in your stomach, or your heart beat faster, as if something inside of you recognized that person. What you may not know is that they felt the same. Even if they tried to disguise it, the angels show that this person was also touched by something beyond the physical, something that stirred their soul. And this sensation left them confused. It's not common to find someone who touches our being so deeply. It's not normal to cross paths with someone and feel this mixture of comfort and excitement at the same time. But that's exactly what happened between you. This person, just like you, is trying to understand what they feel. And sometimes, confusion turns into distance. This may explain why they seem close one moment and so far away the next. But the angels are here to reveal a truth to you. This person thinks about you much more than you imagine. In moments of silence, they recall the conversations, the exchanged glances, and feel an inexplicable need to understand why you have such a powerful effect on them. And make no mistake, even though they try to go about their life normally, their thoughts always end up coming back to you. The truth is that, just like you, they are dealing with feelings they can't control. And that's why sometimes it may seem like they are confused, that they don't know what they want. But the angels are here to ensure that this person feels a deep connection, a bond that transcends time and space. Even though they don't admit it, their heart beats for you in a way they are still trying to decipher. And that's what scares them. They are afraid to dive into this feeling because they know that once they do, there's no turning back. Deep down, this person knows that if they open their heart, allow themselves to feel everything that is already pulsing inside them, their life will change. They know that you are not just a passing passion, that this connection goes far beyond something temporary. And that scares them because loving truly involves vulnerability. And the person on your mind has scars, wounds that make them afraid to open up completely. They fear being hurt again, fear that this strong feeling could somehow expose them to past pains. But the angels say that you have a special role in this person's life. You were placed on their path for a reason. You didn't meet by chance. The universe, in its wisdom, orchestrated this encounter so that both could grow, learn, and who knows, build something much greater together. And this learning is not just about the other, but also about yourself. The angels want you to look within and realize how much this journey is strengthening you, making you see your own strengths and weaknesses in a way you may have never seen before. This person, just like you, is going through a process of self-discovery. They are being challenged to confront their fears, to face the shadows they have long tried to ignore. And you, with your light, with your presence, are a fundamental part of this transformation. The angels say that you bring something unique to this person's life, something that makes them want to be better, that makes them feel that, for the first time in a long time, they can truly be themselves without masks, without armor. What you may not have realized yet is that slowly this person is starting to let their guard down. Yes, it may seem like they are distant at times, but that is just part of the process. They need time to understand what they are feeling, to accept that this love, this connection, is real and worth the risk. The angels say that this person is in an internal battle, and you are part of that battle. But it's not about you being the cause of the conflict, but rather the healing. And this is where the great revelation begins to reveal itself. The angels say that deep within this person, there is a profound desire to surrender to this feeling. However, there is also an overwhelming fear of being vulnerable. And it is this duality that has caused so many back and forths, so many moments of closeness followed by distance. They are in the midst of a transformation, and you are part of it. And believe it, this person thinks about you much more than they are willing to admit. Now, what you need to understand is that the healing process, both for you and for them, will not be instantaneous. The angels want you to know that time is your ally. There is a need for patience, to allow things to unfold naturally. You, with your presence, your light, and your strength, are already deeply impacting this person. And the angels say that soon, they will begin to show this in ways you may not be expecting. Keep walking in faith. This is just the beginning of a transformative journey for both of them. And believe, the angels are guiding each step. What is to come can change everything. As this journey of self-discovery unfolds, The angels want you to know that the answers you seek about this person and their feelings will arise, but not in the way you imagine. They show that, at this moment, there is a battle happening in their heart, a struggle between what they feel and the fear of getting hurt. They carry wounds from the past that make them hesitate, wounds that make them question if what you have together is real and, above all, if it is safe. The fear of getting hurt again is something very strong within them, almost paralyzing. But do not be deceived. Behind this facade of coldness or distance, there is a burning flame that only grows stronger each day. And that flame is you. They may not say it with words, they may even try to disguise it with seemingly contradictory actions. But deep down, the angels reveal that they cannot stop thinking about you, imagining what it would be like to truly surrender to this connection. And this is the part they do not want to admit, not even to themselves. The truth is, they see in you something they have never seen in anyone else. It's as if you were the answer to a question they didn't even know they were asking. But at the same time, this scares them deeply. They feel that being by your side would make them face parts of themselves they have been avoiding for a long time, and that is frightening. The depth of this connection brings up all insecurities, all doubts they have tried to bury. And that is why their instinctive reaction is to pull away, to put up barriers, even though what they most desire is to get closer. The angels show that the path to their heart won't be linear, but they assure you that you've already started to open doors that have been locked for a long time. Every gesture of yours, every word of affection, has impacted them in a way you can't imagine. Even in moments when they seem distant, on days when they barely respond or seem cold, something inside them is being transformed. They are slowly realizing that they can no longer run away from what they feel. Now, it's important for you to understand that they need this time to process. The angels ask you to have patience, as this is not an easy journey for them. Opening up to true love, to vulnerability, requires courage, and that courage is being built, step by step. Deep down, they know that what they feel for you is unique, but they are not yet ready to deal with the full intensity of that feeling. You may have already noticed the small signs. Perhaps they are more attentive to what you say, maybe they made a comment or gesture that seemed insignificant, but for them, it was a big step. Every small display of affection or interest is a way for them to test the waters, to see what it's like to allow themselves to feel, even if just for a brief moment. And these small gestures are just the beginning. The angels say that as time passes, you will see them opening up more and more, in ways you never expected. What the angels want you to know is that, despite the fears and uncertainties, they feel something very strong for you. Something they may have never felt for anyone else before. They may try to hide behind a facade of indifference or rationality, but what you both have transcends the rational, goes beyond what words can explain. And that's exactly what makes them hesitate, the intensity of this feeling. They know that by fully surrendering, their life will change forever. And this is something they are still trying to accept. Because surrendering to this love means letting go of control, letting things flow, trusting the unknown. They, just like you, have their own internal battles to deal with. They have fears, insecurities, and traumas that make them think twice before opening up completely. But the angels show that, despite everything, they are on the right path. Slowly, they are starting to understand that true love is not something that can be controlled or avoided. The angels say you have a crucial role in this healing journey. Your patience, your understanding, and above all your light, are exactly what this person needs right now. And although the process may be slow, you will see that each small step forward is a sign that they are allowing themselves to trust you more, to trust love more. And now comes the most interesting part. The angels reveal that in the days to come, you'll begin to notice more significant changes in this person's behavior. Something inside them is changing, and that transformation is directly linked to your presence in their life. They will start to more clearly demonstrate what they feel, even if subtly. Perhaps an unexpected message, an invitation to something more intimate, or even a prolonged gaze. These are signs that the wall they built around their heart is beginning to crumble. The angels ask you to pay attention to these signs, as they are important. And more than that, they ask you to keep being the person you are, with your strength, your light, and your love. Because that is exactly what is touching their heart. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and all you need to do now is trust the process. As much as the journey may seem long, the angels say that what is to come is worth it. With every step they take towards you, they are not only getting closer to you, but to a truer version of themselves. And that is something powerful. It's not just about a relationship, but about a profound transformation, both for them and for you. They are about to discover that love doesn't have to be painful or full of fear. And it's you who is showing that to them. You are the reflection of what true love can be, a love that heals, transforms, strengthens. That's exactly why they can't get you out of their head, no matter how hard they try. The angels show that in the coming days, you can expect more signs of this opening. It could be something small, like an unexpected message or a loving gesture. But rest assured that each of these signs is a confirmation that you are on the right path. The person on your mind is beginning to realize that they can no longer fight against what they feel. And the truth is, the more they resist, the stronger the attraction becomes. The certainty that you have something special, something worth exploring, grows stronger. Keep trusting, keep believing. The angels are by your side, guiding every step of this journey. And what is to come is more beautiful than you can imagine. The angels reveal that the moment of transformation that this person is going through is deeper than you imagine. On the outside, they may seem calm or even indifferent, but inside, their heart is on fire. And the truth is, no matter how much they try to disguise or distance themselves, they know that something has changed forever. Since you entered their life, nothing seems the same anymore. And it's exactly this change that scares them so much. They have always been accustomed to controlling their emotions, keeping everything under control. But with you, that wasn't possible. From the first encounter, there was something different, something that made them question their own certainties. And that made them vulnerable because for the first time in a long time, they truly felt exposed. It's as if you had the key to parts of their heart that they didn't even know existed. And naturally, that scares them. But the angels say that this transformation was necessary. This person needed that emotional shock, that shake-up that you brought into their life, so they could start healing their wounds. What you are experiencing together is actually part of a larger process, a process of healing and liberation for both. And the angels want you to know that this person is already much more connected to you than they may be willing to admit. There are moments when, even without saying a word, this person feels your presence intensely. They may be in the middle of a daily activity, and suddenly their thoughts are consumed by you. They wonder what you are doing, how you are feeling, and why, even with a distance, you still have so much power over them. These are the moments that make them realize that no matter how hard they try, they can't forget you. You are already a part of them in a way that goes far beyond understanding. And now the angels want you to pay attention to something very important. This person is starting to miss you in a different way. Before, it might have been just a passing thought, a light memory. But now, it's more than that. It's a longing that hurts, that squeezes the heart, a feeling of emptiness when you are not around. They are starting to realize that being away from you no longer makes sense, that what you both have is something that needs to be lived, not just dreamed. This longing, this desire to be by their side, is growing within them, and the angels say that soon they won't be able to hide it anymore. The barriers they built are starting to crumble, and you will see clear signs that they are ready to truly get closer. Maybe it won't be grand declarations of love right away, but small gestures that show they are trying. An unexpected message, an invitation to go out, a call at an odd hour. All of these are signs that, finally, they are allowing themselves to feel. However, the angels also warn that this process won't be completely smooth. There will be moments when they still try to resist, when fear may speak louder. But it's important for you to understand that this is part of their journey. The fear of getting hurt again is real, and it's something they are still learning to deal with. The angels ask you to be patient, to continue being the light you have been so far, because that is what is guiding this person back to you. Have you noticed how, sometimes they try to push you away, but then come back shortly after with some excuse to get closer again? That's fear talking, but it's also love trying to find a way to express itself. They are learning to balance these two forces, fear and love, and you are the one helping in this process. Your patience, your understanding, are what is allowing them to feel safe enough to try. And now, the angels say that they need to prepare for something big. They are about to make a decision that will change everything. They are reaching a point where they will need to choose between continuing to hide behind their fears or opening up to the love they feel for you. And the angels show that, despite all doubts, love is stronger. Soon, they will approach you in a way that you might not have expected. It could be an honest conversation, an apology for having distanced themselves, or even a more open declaration of what they really feel. But know that this moment is coming. You may be wondering, but why did it take so long? And the angels want you to know that everyone's time is different. The wounds they carry are deep, and healing takes time. But what matters is that every day, they are getting closer to you. With each step, they allow themselves to feel a little more, to open up a little more. And you, with your patience and love, are essential in this process. Now, the angels want you to reflect. They ask you to question yourself. What is this journey teaching you? Because, although their transformation is profound, you are also going through a change. This person came into your life to teach you something about love, about patience, and mainly about the power of faith. What you are experiencing is not just about a relationship, but about mutual growth. Both are being shaped for something greater, something that you may not fully understand yet, but that the angels already see clearly. They say you are also learning to open up to love in a new way. Maybe you have come this far with your own barriers, with your own fears, and this journey is showing you that love, even when challenging, is what transforms us. The person in their mind is teaching you about patience, about vulnerability, and about how true love is not something we can control. And the angels ensure that, at the end of this journey, the love you will experience together will be much deeper and truer than anything you have ever experienced before. What is to come is great. The angels show that this person is ready to take an important step, a step that can change the course of both your lives. They are realizing that they can no longer deny what they feel, that the love between you is rare and precious. And they are willing to fight for it, even if they are still afraid. You, on the other hand, need to keep believing. The angels ask you to keep your faith, because what is to come will reward all the patience, all the love you have dedicated to this person. Be prepared, because this journey is far from over. In fact, it is just beginning. The angels reveal that this person is about to surprise you. Something inside of them is changing in such an intense, deep way that soon they won't be able to keep their distance anymore. The love they feel for you is real, is strong, and is growing every day. And soon, they will be ready to fully surrender to this feeling. Keep being who you are, keep shining with your light, because that light is what is guiding this person back to you. What is to come is more than you can imagine, and the angels ensure that this love is worth it. The angels want you to know that everything that has happened so far, every silence, every approach, and every distancing, is part of a greater plan. And that plan involves not only the growth of that person but yours as well. The love you feel for them is not in vain, and very soon, you will see the fruits of this journey. But the angels also ask you to prepare yourself, because what is to come may deeply stir your emotions. This person is at a turning point. The angels show that, for a long time, they have lived trying to control their emotions, trying to keep everything under control. But with you, that has become impossible. The intensity of the connection you share has forced them to question everything, to look inside themselves and see parts of their soul they have tried to ignore for years. And that is powerful. You are helping this person to transform in a way they never imagined possible. Now, the angels say that you will see quicker and more intense changes. They will no longer be able to hide what they feel. The wall they built around their heart is crumbling, and you will be the first person to see it. It may be an unexpected message in the middle of the night, a confession about how they feel when they are near you, or even a gesture that shows how important you are. These small actions are the beginning of a big change. But the angels also warn that it is important for you to be prepared to deal with their vulnerability. Because when this person finally opens up, they will be showing you parts of themselves that they have never shown to anyone else. This will be a delicate moment, where your understanding and patience will be essential. They will be trusting you in a deep way, and the angels ask you to welcome them with all the love and compassion you have always shown. And the truth is that they have already realized that they can no longer live without you. The angels show that within them, the feeling is growing so intensely that, no matter how hard they try to resist, they can't. They have tried to move on, tried to convince themselves that what they feel for you could fade with time. But with each passing day, every time they think of you, they realize that this is not something temporary. It is something that is meant to happen. You are someone who brought light into their life, someone who made them see the world in a different way. And this change is something they never imagined experiencing. Before you, everything seemed simpler, easier to control. But since you appeared, their world turned upside down, and surprisingly, they started to realize that this is what they really needed. Now, the angels ask you to continue to have faith. This process of transformation is far from easy, but the results will be incredible. Both of you are growing. Both of you are being shaped for something much greater. And the love you are about to experience will be something beyond what you have imagined. They will open up. And when that happens, you will see that all the effort, all the patience, all the waiting was worth it. The angels show that this relationship has a profound potential for healing for both of you. You were brought together for a greater reason, a reason that may not be entirely clear yet, but will soon be revealed. The transformation is happening now as you read these words. And the truth is that they can no longer resist what they feel. They are at a point where the love they feel for you is stronger than any fear, stronger than any doubt. And very soon, you will see this truth manifesting in ways you may not have expected. Now the angels ask that you do one last thing. Stay open to what is coming. Don't let insecurities or fears take over you. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. They are ready to take the next step, and you need to be ready to welcome them with open arms, with all the love and understanding you have always shown. The angels reveal that there is a blessing coming for both of you. A blessing that involves not only the union of your hearts, but also the healing of old wounds that both carry. What you have is rare, is special, and is destined to flourish. And you need to believe in it with all the strength of your being. The journey may have been long, full of ups and downs, but it is coming to a decisive moment. And when that person finally opens up to you, when they finally express what they feel, you will know that it was all worth it. Every tear, every doubt, every moment of waiting, all will have been part of a greater process, a process of growth and healing that you both needed to experience together. The angels say that now is the time to trust. Trust in love, trust in the process, trust in the universe. Because what is coming is more than you can imagine. That person is about to surprise you in a way that will transform both of your lives forever. And when that happens, you will know deep in your heart that everything you have lived so far has been a preparation for this moment. Embrace what is coming with courage and faith, because the angels assure that the love you will live together will be beautiful, deep, and transformative. And this is just the beginning.